Suppose you wish to construct a med-med line or a median-median line.